Hey everyone, my name is Stefanie Kebede. I'm a realtor in the state of Pennsylvania, and for today's video, it's something a little bit different. I decided to do a Q&A on my channel, and I have a guest host with me. He's a realtor from Nebraska, so I'm going to let him introduce himself, and we're going to get right into it.
Hey guys, my name is Joshua. I'm a realtor out here in Lincoln, Nebraska. I've been licensed for almost 3 months, and I'm glad to be on here with Stephanie to answer some of your questions.
All right, so we both post on our channels and our Instagrams of, questions you guys have for us. And I know a lot of you guys can relate to us just because we're newer agents. I've been in the business for about 6 months now, and you have been in it for how many?
Almost 3 months, yeah.
Almost three. So we're really new. We still have yet to get our first sale, but we're getting the ball rolling, working with sellers, working with buyers, and we really are, taking that leap of faith, dealing with, cold calling, doing all the scary things that a lot of people fear. So we got some questions here. We're going to go through them for you guys. And if you guys have more questions watching this video, just comment it down below and make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Go subscribe if you're not subscribed. Turn that bell button on so you guys never miss an upload. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So I'll start with the first question.
Okay.
I'm gonna start on Instagram. So the first one is, what's some challenges you've faced so far? Do you want to answer first?
Trying to think. Um, Kind of getting over like the fear of cold calling. At first, I was really, really scared of it. Honestly, like the whole first week, I was scared of it. Sometimes I'm still a little bit nervous. That was probably my biggest struggle so far.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't think cold calling wasn't like my problem. I guess the challenge was not getting a paycheck, and it like money's not guaranteed now. So like with this business in general, so I would say that's the biggest challenge coming into the real estate business.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So this first question is from Instagram. They're asking, are there any other great ways to find leads besides calling for sale by owners and besides going on Zillow? You can pretty much find leads any way that you can talk to people. Door knocking, you can call expireds, you can call for sale by owners, you can circle prospect, call your sphere of influence, you could go to the mall and just talk to random people.
Definitely. And yeah, for me, like in the beginning of the business of like coming into it, I would actually go out to the store and hand my business card out to people. I guess for me, I was very bold, and I still am bold, like if I need to be. But I would just go out, say, hey, I've just been going around introducing myself to everyone and just hand out my card, and I would get some leads from that. They weren't as high quality, but it's something to get the
Yeah,
ball rolling. And then I would also say hop into social media. I actually now have been getting a lot of buyer leads from Facebook. So make sure you're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I would say those are the main ones, especially TikTok now that it's so much easier to get viral and blow up on there. So it's getting your name out there and getting that exposure.
yeah. One thing that I've been doing is in the evenings, sometimes like I drive for DoorDash. It's kind of like my part-time job. I'll always have a stack of business cards and I slip it in each order.
That's
So
good
I don't
too.
know. Yeah, I don't know if that's ever going to pan out, but
Yeah.
someday.
I mean, it's something,
Yeah,
literally. It's just like it's basically the same thing of going out just meeting people. Yeah, you're just yeah.
exactly.
All right, let's do the next one. Let's see here. On average, what does an agent pay in realtor association fees yearly? So I know mine just because I just did a video about the fees, the hidden fees. So for our association, it is around $461 a year, I believe. But yeah, so what's yours? Do you know?
Ours is, I think, $615 a year.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then when you first start, there's an additional couple $100 setup fee on top of that.
I
So,
think we have a setup fee too.
yeah,
But yeah, it's crazy. So as you can see, it's different in each market, but that's really crazy.
yeah, it's definitely not cheap.
No, no. Yeah, the startup costs are expensive, more than I thought.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys save up and you're prepared for that. Because for me, it was probably around $2,000 to $3,000. How
Yeah,
about
I think mine probably total like 2.5.
Okay, yeah.
So this next question is asking, how do you overcome people underestimating your value as a realtor? Do you have something to add to this one?
So, okay. So, wait, repeat the question again.
Sure. So they're asking, how do you overcome people underestimating your value as a realtor?
So I guess like saying that we don't have enough experience basically. And I guess, go ahead.
Or like if people are just saying, realtors are stupid and they don't really do anything,
Is that what
Right,
they're
right.
referring to?
I don't, okay, she says, how to overcome people underestimating your work as a young agent.
Okay. So I feel like because we don't have any sales, how
Okay.
to overcome that. I would say well, let me just say this. Here's an example of when I went to a for sale by owner appointment. He asked me, he was like, so how long have you been in the business? And I was like, I haven't been in the business that long, couple of months now, but why that's good for you is I got all the time in the world. I'm going to spend 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week to make sure your property gets sold. And
Yeah.
the way of me being confident about it and the way I said it, he felt confident, and that conversation kind of just ended and we went on to the next thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's really how it is a lot of the time. As long as you seem confident and you seem like you kind of halfway know what you're talking about, people don't really talk about it too much. There are going to be some people that just don't see your value at all, and like maybe like those aren't really like like the kind of people you actually want to be working with.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, you're not going to work with everyone. Not everyone's not going to want to work with you. So just make
Yeah,
sure you're aware of that. If someone, cusses you out on the phone or anything like that, oh, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. Don't get discouraged. Just know that that person, there's people out there that are willing to work with you and your personality. So,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. If they cuss you out, don't take it personally. Just hang up and move on to the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. Just laugh it off. I like
Right.
laughing it off. I think
Yeah.
it's funny. Like, you're cussing a random person out on the phone.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right. So the next question is, for a brand new licensed agent with no experience, what first steps should they take? So, oh, you want to go first? Go ahead.
Okay. The first steps, you should really just honestly get on the phones or knock on doors. Just lead generation should be your main priority. You know, just do activities that are somehow going to make you money.
Yeah, definitely take action. And I would say what really helped give me a boost for the business was getting a lot of friends on Facebook. And like the first week, I had like 40 friends. But after a trainer in my brokerage told me, you got to get more friends on Facebook, then I had like over 4,000 friends. So when I made that announcement that I was a realtor, I got like 800 likes. I was like, whoa, this engagement is crazy. And
That's
everyone's like hitting me up, like congrats and stuff. And I'm just spreading the word. So get more friends on Facebook.
yeah, yeah, that's awesome. So this next question, they're asking, what's one thing that a person should know about being a real estate agent before they start? You got to know prospecting,
Mhm.
uh, learn a little bit about sales, keep your expenses low, and set like a daily prospecting schedule. So, when you wake up from 9 a.m. to 12, you're going to be prospecting, and
Right.
you should.
Yeah, I agree with that. And like time blocking is huge, just so you're on task and you're getting the job done. And then I would also say, um, I had it at the top of my head, but I completely, it just went right out. Um, oh, your mindset. A lot of people's mindsets coming into the business is that it's so easy, the business is just going to come to you, but it's completely opposite. You have to go out, you have to chase that business, you have to put in the work every single day to receive the results. So have that mindset that it's a hard business, and you just got to wake up motivated every morning.
Yeah. I would say on that mindset topic, you've also got to have like kind of like an abundance mindset. There's enough business out there for everybody to eat.
Right.
Uh, Don't just go chasing, after one deal, even though that person's being, like a complete jerk to you, or like if it's something like you don't really want to work with. Um, there's there's more than enough business out there.
Yeah, and that's what Ricky Caruth, he preaches a lot so much. Sorry you guys hear my dogs, but he preaches that a lot. So yeah, so don't worry about, the business with that part.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. So for the next question here, she said, I have yet to take my classes, but I will be soon. Is there anything I need to do before to prepare myself? Thank you both so much for my questions getting answered. So, what does she need to do before to prepare herself? So, I guess that kind of goes a little bit hand in hand of what we talked about previously, is like preparing your mindset that this is a hard business, and then getting those Facebook friends, building your social media platform. You can't post so much on social media until you get your license. But I'm trying to think what else. What would you say as well?
I know when I was starting, when I was taking my pre-license classes, there's not much that I was doing as far as like studying wise, to get my license. But what I was doing is I would listen to podcasts when I was working. When I was working construction, I always had some earbuds in. I was listening to, like some Bigger Pockets podcast or something, or I'd set my phone down. I'm like on a workbench or something, uh, and like I'd listen to like some YouTube videos. If I'm driving, I've got a YouTube video playing talking about real estate, talking about prospecting, and
Yeah,
that just helps me out.
that was literally me too. And like when people ask me like, what should I do? That's what I did. I would watch a lot of Days in the Life too,
Yeah,
just so
yeah,
I can get a feel of like what's it like. And now it's fun that like we're creating Days in the Life
right.
so people can see
Yeah, it's
what it's
awesome.
like. So watch a lot of Days in the Life.
All right. Ashley asks, what are some advantages of being a young real estate agent?
Ooh,
Uh, hmm, I would say people see you as determined. They see you as a go-getter. You've got a fresh perspective. You're keeping up with all the technology. As long as you come across as professional,
mhm.
I think being young is kind of always an advantage.
Yeah, and I actually made a video about this, and I think we have so much of an advantage from this generation, and just being on social media, how older agents don't see that, and
Yeah.
we see how much value social media has. So it's like if you're not on social media and you're a realtor, you're really like destroying yourself. You're really messing up yourself for the future. So hop on social media, show people that you have knowledge about real estate, about the field, and they're gonna start taking you serious. So that's what I would say. I love being a young real estate agent because people are surprised and they like seeing young adults succeeding.
Yeah. I mean, my brokers are always kind of bragging about me, which feels nice. Like,
Yeah,
look, young
people
realtor.
like young people
Yeah,
that's doing big stuff.
yeah, yep, they love that.
So the next question is, did your fears have any effect on you in the beginning? So for me, I actually had another YouTube channel and I did a lot of bold stuff, like going out to the stores and stuff, and funny pranks and
Yeah,
stuff. So like God literally prepared me for myself to be able to market myself and be bold. So right when I came into the business, I didn't care about phone calls. Like I cared, but I didn't have the fear, if that makes sense. Like I didn't have any fear making cold calls. I didn't have any fear going out to the stores, handing out my business cards. Like I'm super bold when I need to be. So just having previous experiences of being bold and getting out of my comfort zone, that really helped me into, where I'm at today. And then I also did a lot of marketing stuff before I even got my license, did a lot of drop shipping. So that also played a part and helped me, just not have any fears coming into it.
I definitely had fears. Kind of on the flip side.
It's cool,
Uh,
but you can see both like the two sides of everything.
yeah, exactly. The only thing is, like I mentioned before, and I was listening to all those YouTube videos, podcasts, whatever. It's like, okay, I've got fears, but if I let them hold me back, I'm not going to make any money at all.
Right.
So that first day that I did cold calls, I was like, hello, hello. It was so bad. It was so bad, but I had to do it. I get nervous when I make the first call of the day. I get nervous when I go on previews and listing appointments. That doesn't really go away from me, but you just got to push. You just got to push through it because that's just that's just the way the business is.
Yeah, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. And a
Yeah.
good thing, like for advice, if you are nervous going on like an appointment or stuff like that, turn on, your favorite song, start jamming out, get hype before you go in there, and then you're just gonna
Yeah.
feel like sense of calm.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
yeah.
Also, like if you're role playing, that really helps a lot. If you role play your
Oh, yeah.
scripts, role play appointments. Yeah.
I need to role play more though to like master it. I haven't role played so much.
Yeah. Me either. Another question from Ashley. Can you name two things you did wrong and two things you did right when you started? Uh, Two things I did wrong. I did not contact my sphere of influence, telling them I was a realtor. Still haven't done that, and I'm still kicking myself. I need to do it. I didn't save up enough money / I spent too much money starting out. I was trying all these different CRMs, all these different lead generation things, all this stuff that would help me out as a realtor, to help me get more leads, help me get more organized. On top of not saving enough money, that really kind of dug into my pockets, and I really regret that. Two things I did right: I started calling as soon as possible, and I started the YouTube channel as soon as possible. So yeah.
Yeah, YouTube, it changes the game.
Yeah.
All right, so for me, two things I did wrong. I would say signing with, well, I don't want to say regrets, just because we learn from it and everything happens for a reason. But my brokerage, I didn't get the right training.
Yeah.
I guess that's one thing that's wrong. But another thing I did wrong. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you're just.
Maybe not doing enough open house. I don't know. I don't like open houses. Open houses are fine, but I don't like doing them. I like
Yeah.
Sundays with the fam.
Yeah.
I'll have to come back for the other wrong, but
Okay.
there's probably so many things I did wrong. I just can't think of something. And then for the right, I would say that YouTube channel, hopping on social media. And then another right is, I would say the Facebook, adding friends on Facebook and stuff. Like, I didn't know how big of an impact that would have on my business. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So for the next one, the question is, how do you stay safe when showing or getting a listing ready to go on the market? Not sure if this question is right, but going to sellers' homes to inspect the house and ask questions in order to get it listed on the market. So, like for sellers, you have to go straight to the house to, see it,
Yeah.
tell them a price and inspect it, kind of get that CMA ready. For buyers, you usually meet them. I like meeting them at like a Starbucks or stuff like that, Panera Bread. But you should never meet them at the property first. So you always want to know, like, I would say, like, who you're meeting with for the buyers. And then I would say always have your location on. Always share, if you have an iPhone, I don't know if you can do this with Androids, but always share your location with a family member. Tell your family where you're going, tell another agent where you're going, and what do I have? I have pepper spray. I do have pepper spray. And then I know some agents do carry. They talk about it. They do that. So another thing, what was I going to say? I don't know. You go ahead, and then if I think about it, I'll bring it in.
Okay. So I was telling Stefanie earlier, we actually had a realtor that was recently killed here in Nebraska at a showing. But we have like some training classes, and like at open houses, we always just talk about and like never get yourself, kind of like in a cornered position. It's like when people are walking around the house, you kind of just like stay in the kitchen and you stay there. You feel like you're close to like the front door, and like you never get yourself, like backed up into a corner.
Right, yeah. They always say, like, let the buyer lead. So like if you're showing them the basement, let them go down first. Never turn your back to them.
Yeah.
Basement's first.
I hate basements. I hate the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing is I always Google people. That is something that I do for sellers, for buyers, um, not just for safety, but if I'm meeting with a seller, I need to know about them. Do they work as a lender? Are they an appraiser? Um, are they a tax assessor? You know, it's, I mean, like it just helps me be more prepared. So it's like I know what to talk to them about.
Right, yeah. And another thing I actually remembered, for my first time I went out for like, I would say a listing appointment, kind of preview appointment.
Yeah,
Um, I had another agent come with me, not because I was scared. I wasn't scared. It's just um, the seller, he was saying how his wife passed away. So it was just him. He didn't have any kids. His kids were in Florida. So, me being a female and just going to a male, a stranger that I don't know, his, place, it's like, you gotta keep your guard up a little bit. So another agent actually came along with me for it. It went smooth. It was fine. So you could also ask another agent in your office if you're like worried about the situation or it's a bit skeptical to just come along for the ride.
yeah, absolutely. Um, I haven't really worked like with a whole lot of buyers, but I know like a lot of the agents in my office. Uh, I mean, like they just meet like with all the buyer clients like at the office. You know.
Yeah, yeah, you could do that too. I haven't met him at the office. I don't know. I'm a coffee person.
Yeah, I get that.
But either or works.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Person's asking, have there been any issues of being young and also being a Black agent? As far as being young, there haven't really been any issues. I've had people ask me. I just stay honest with them. I tell them, I'm 19. If they ask how long I've been doing it, I say under a year or like just under a year. So
Mhm.
like I don't tell them I've only been in it 2.5 months. I tell them under a year.
It sounds
Um,
better, yeah.
yeah, it does. Yeah. Um, as far as being Black, I haven't gotten anything really said to me directly,
Mhm.
but I do think that I've missed out on some appointments because over the phone, I tell them my name is Joshua. They're like, oh, okay, so he's a nice white kid. And then I send them an email. And it's like, hey, just confirming our appointment. Here's a picture of my business card, and then and like they just immediately cancel the appointment. They're like,
Right.
well, something came up. Or but I mean, we just talked. Not even 20 minutes ago. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's crazy that like we have to even talk about this, about like race and being black but that's what's going on now. And for me, I did have this time I cold called. It was just geo leads, so just property owners. The lady called me back. We got talking. It was a good conversation. And then out of nowhere, she said, "So what do you think about like politics going on right now?" And
yeah,
guys, never get into politics. Don't talk about that. You're just gonna go into a rabbit hole. So I was like, "Oh, she's trying to set me up." So you'll know if they're trying to set you up or if they're playing like the race card or anything like that. So just be aware of that. And then I did have something else, but a lot of people surround it around politics for me. That's been the biggest thing.
yeah. Nebraska is a red state. I vote blue, but I always meet with people and they have like the Blue Lives Matter flag on their walls. They've got like the Confederate flags, and then they're talking about Trump this, Biden that. You just nod your head and say yep, yep, and
Yeah, you don't, yeah, don't just, yeah,
yeah,
you just gotta move on with the conversation and don't get talking about politics.
yeah, exactly.
All right, so this person said, how long did it take them, talking to you, Joshua,
Uh,
to close their first deal, and what did they do to lead up to that point? So, like I said, we haven't had our first deal yet. So, but once we do, you're gonna see it on his channel. You're gonna see mine on my channel, so you guys will be notified. But we can basically say for this question, what prospecting methods have we been doing to help lead to that first deal? So go ahead, you can go first for this one.
okay, yeah. For me, it's just been for sale by owners. That's all I call, and it's been keeping me pretty busy. I go on about 5 to 7 preview appointments a week. I call them. The script goes a little bit something like, hey, this is Josh with Nebraska Realty. Saw your property come up for sale. You're selling it for sale by owner. They're like, yep. Is it occupied or vacant? You've got a great home, love the area. If it doesn't sell in, 30, 60, 90 days, would you ever consider working with a realtor to get it sold? Like, yeah. Then I, set up a time to stop by and see the property. And while I'm there, I do a home tour, give them some advice. Then I follow up with them. And if they can't sell on their own, I was the only person that wasn't pressuring them. I was the only person that, followed up with them consistently every week. And I was there for them. So I'm the obvious choice.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy.
But you like mastered it. You like get so many preview appointments. That's so good though.
Oh, I haven't mastered it yet, but yeah, I have definitely gotten a lot better.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
But for me, prospecting, I've been like diving in on social media because that's where I'm getting a lot of my leads from. But other than social media, I've been doing a lot of expireds now, and that's something new I just started. So not sure how it's playing out. Haven't got any appointments yet, but have some follow-up calls that I have to make, which is good. Follow-up leads to that appointment. And because you guys were wondering, actually, because I did stop using RedX just because I had to save some money, but now I am back on RedX, but I only have expires. I don't even have the storm dialer for it to keep ringing. I'm hand dialing just to save money. But overall, those are the only two prospecting methods. And then the nice thing about our company is they'll just hand over referrals, whenever they think that we may connect with another client or prospect, they'll just give it to us. So that's nice. But that's it.
Um, I guess on the topic of referrals, what I've kind of been doing recently on Facebook, you can go and search up agent referral groups. I joined every single referral group. So I'm on there every morning searching, does anybody need a referral out here in Nebraska? And I mean, there's not very many agents in Nebraska that are doing social media. So
I need to do that. Yeah, I haven't. I remember you talking about that. I haven't done that yet.
yeah, do it. It's awesome. I just got licensed. Congrats. Watch your videos. Thank you. Do you use a Mojo dialer for cold calls? I do not. I've tried Redx and I've also tried Mojo. I tried Redx when I first started. I was doing for sale by owners and expireds. I realized I could get for sale by owner data for free off Zillow. So I was like, why am I paying for that? Uh, then I kind of stopped calling expireds because the for sale by owners were keeping me busy. So I canceled Redx. Then I tried Mojo because I wanted to get into circle prospecting, but I just didn't really get into it because, again, for sale by owners were keeping me busy. They're both great. That's probably something I'll get back into later, but no, right now it's just Zillow, and I'm using that to get all my for sale by owner numbers.
Yep, and for me, it's just RedX. I just been using RedX. I like RedX. I feel like once you start using it, it's just so much easier.
Yeah, it is. I feel like it's pretty simple to get set up.
Oh yeah, it is. And for Ricky Caruth, if you guys don't know him, check him out. He has like in his descriptions on his YouTube videos a discount code, and I think I got like $100 off or something like that. I got a lot of money off just by using his code, so go check that out. So the next question is, what is your game plan for the work you do creating digital content? Specifically, what system/internal processes do you use for building your brand's online presence? So for me, I don't have like I know you have like a content calendar. I don't have a content, well, is it like a content calendar you have?
I've got video ideas and dates that I want to post them, but I'll be honest with you, like I'm supposed to have a video out today. If I don't feel like recording a video,
Are
or if I'm busy,
you
I don't do
posting
it.
it today?
Uh, Sorry, what was that?
Are you gonna post it?
No, I don't have anything recorded. I might record it, but it's nothing set in stone. I just know I want to get that video out sometime in the next week or two. But
Right.
yeah.
What's a hint you could give them?
Um, if you're interested in YouTube, you can always hit me up and we can talk about it. But just make your videos searchable, which means using like the right keywords. I'm probably the last person to talk to about anything Instagram or Facebook related. I need to get back on those platforms.
Yeah, Instagram growth is hard.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know,
is.
it's so hard, but the other platforms, like for me, like I said, I'm using Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Twitter, don't like it so much. And then YouTube. But
Yeah.
what was the other part to the question? So how are we going to plan to like build that presence, that online presence? I guess through YouTube, I would say targeting your specific area. As you can see, like I post a lot of new agent, like what new agent advice and tips, but here and there you'll see me post about Harrisburg, PA. So I'm also trying to target buyers in that area. And then from TikTok, I'm making videos about Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, PA. I'm targeting new real estate agents. So it's all about who you target to build that brand presence. But that's basically what I'm doing, just trying to narrow down to my specific area so they know me as, oh, that's that social media Pennsylvania realtor, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I think that makes total sense. And kind of my game plan to grow, on other platforms is just using YouTube. Recently passed 1,000 subscribers. Out of those 1,000, I've gotten about an extra like 250 followers on Instagram. So I feel like, the more that I grow the YouTube channel, then I can also grow my Instagram. I feel like to grow on Instagram, really, you need to be famous somewhere else,
Yeah, no, definitely. It's so hard. I've been posting reels and I've been utilizing like each feature on Instagram, IGTV, reels, stories, regular posts, and it's just harder.
Yep.
But I would say for a tip, start utilizing TikTok because that's the easiest way you're able to get viral and push people out to all your other platforms, and make sure you're consistent. And if you can post every day on a platform, post every day, but make a set schedule. I actually have my schedule here. I post once a day on TikTok, and I try to Instagram reels, and then 3 videos a week on YouTube. And then I try to go live every other week. So I guess I have a schedule.
That's a lot more than I'm doing.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
All right, so I've got another question here. They're asking, what are your goals for 2021? I kind of made a video about this, but that was just my financial goals. I want to make $100,000 after my broker's commission, but that's before tax, right? So after tax, maybe like 75,000. Either at the end of this year or sometime next year, I want to hire an assistant or an intern. That's something I've been looking into. You can get a free unpaid intern and they'll handle all of your social media, edit your YouTube videos, and then you just write them like a letter of recommendation. Like, okay.
It's so easy.
Right. YouTube, I want to hit 20,000 subscribers this year.
Which you're going to hit way more than that. So go subscribe to his channel, guys. I'll leave the link in the description.
Thanks. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
25 transactions closed. Hopefully almost all of those are listings. I've been really going after listings. I haven't really been prospecting any buyers. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sure I've got other goals. I just can't think of them at the moment.
All right. And for my goals, I also made a video about this, and I want to be able to make $10,000 a month. So that's going to be around $120,000 a year. And I would love to get my first rental. I still I'm only 20 years old, so I'm still at my parents' house, but I'm saving money, which is great. So if you guys are still young, save that money. But other goals, I would purchase my own house. And I know I said something else in my other video. I can't think of what it was though. But
was it a YouTube goal or?
I don't know. I don't think so. I would love to hit 50,000.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
I think you will. Yeah, I think you will.
Oh, I was talking about how I was gonna do it. So making money on YouTube, making money through the rental, and then making money through real estate commissions. So being able to build my I guess clientele as well and work with more sellers. That's a huge goal. Because I've been working with a lot of buyers driving. I love, it's the experience of stuff, but driving hours and hours away just to show someone a property and then wasting that time.
Gas is expensive. Oh my gosh.
It is, yeah. So that's the only thing. Working with sellers more. That's the goal. Yeah. Okay, so the next question is, how do you ask for business from friends and coworkers without the awkward experience? So it kind of goes in with your sphere of influence. like coming into the business, you're a little nervous when doing so. Um, Asking for the business. I didn't even ask for the business. I don't even think I did. I
Well,
don't know. Cause
I haven't contacted my sphere. I was talking to this guy on Clubhouse though, and he gave me this great script. So it's like when you sign on to a brokerage, and like they'll probably give you like like some business cards or something. So what you do is you call up your sphere and you say, "Hey, guess what?" And they're like, "What, Josh? I just I just got licensed as a realtor. Like, congrats. I've got a favor to ask you. If I mail you 5 business cards, would you pass them out? I mean, like whenever you hear, somebody talking about real estate, they're like, yeah, of course. I'll be like, perfect, thanks. After you pass those 5 out, I'll send you another 1,000.
It
Yeah,
makes it easy, yeah.
yeah,
I haven't tried that though. I don't know if I would.
yeah.
I
I,
don't just to be honest, but I mean it works. It sounds like it works though.
yeah,
It, I guess for me, people when I post on social media, people like my sphere is on there so they know.
yeah,
I don't that's a harder question. So, I mean, it depends if you're going to go right into it talking to your sphere.
yeah.
But
But
go
you
ahead.
should.
Oh, go ahead. What was that?
I said you should talk to your
You
sphere.
should. Yes. Yes, you should.
Don't act like me. Definitely don't neglect your sphere. So,
Just get their addresses. And I know I did, like my company helped me with a letter, like typing it up, and then they just sent it out for me. But
okay.
yeah, so get their addresses and just say, hey, I want to send you something in the mail. It makes it so much easier, I feel.
Yeah.
So you don't
And
have
if,
an awkward conversation.
right, exactly. And if you don't want to have a conversation, asking them for their address, you can just go like on the county assessor's website
That's
and you type
true.
in their first and last name and just get their address that way.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, so the last question we got here is, what is the housing market really like now? Are sellers asking for above market value for their homes due to it being a seller's market? So for the PA area, it is a seller's market. That's what the market is right now. Sellers, I don't believe they're asking above a value. I believe that a lot of agents advise their sellers to come in at market value just so you get all those buyers in. And once you get those buyers in, they're going to have that competition and they're going to build up the price. So, at the end of the day, it's that competition, but you also have to think about appraisal if it doesn't appraise for that high price. So it's a seller's market here and the competition is high, the interest rates are low, but that's what it's like in PA.
It's pretty much the same thing here in Nebraska. Pretty much anything under, $250,000 goes and, like that. I mean, even if you listed at market value, you're probably going to get like a multiple offer situation. We had a realtor up in Omaha, which is about like an hour away from where I am. She listed a home and got, I think it was like 35 offers on it.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's a
I
lot
mean,
to go through as like the listing agent.
that, obviously that's great, right?
Oh,
I mean,
that's amazing.
it's great for your client, but I
Yeah.
mean, man.
Yeah, that's
Let's see.
crazy.
Here in Lincoln, when it comes to single-family residential properties, we're a town of about 300,000 people. We've only got 75 single-family homes on the market, and that's from $50,000 all the way up to like 10 million. I mean, there's nothing. Yeah.
There's no inventory. And it's just hard like now. Like you can see that we both want listings so bad. It's just sellers don't want to sell because when they sell, they have no place to go. They don't want to be in on the competition. So
Yeah.
that's the tough part about it, like coming into the business for you guys out there, for us. But yeah, that's what I guess that answers the question there.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna end it here. If you guys have any other questions, just put it down in the comments below, or you can message us on our Instagrams, DM us on there. And then I'm also gonna leave his YouTube link down in the description. So go ahead and check out his channel. And with that being said, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.
This was fun.
Peace. The little piece.
Yeah.
And I do that literally every video. Almost
Really?
every video. Yeah. All
Huh.
right, guys.
I know
Peace.
that I've seen it a few